Hello everybody and welcome to the Learn Dota 2 League, Season 13, Week 2, QoP Circles, MK-Ulty, Game 2, last round. We're banning the DP now instantly. Not a bad idea, frankly. Last round, DP counterpicked the QoP Circles mid very directly and just kind of walked all over everybody. And Lambert was there too. This time, let's see how things change.
10 seconds. Dire team ban.
Techies.
And really, I think that's almost all the analysis you could have. Just TP was not only not answered, she was like, you counter-picked yourself into her. No techies, by the way. We're not having techies this game.
Why? Who plays techies?
10 seconds.
Ocelot? Well, he used to anyway.
God, like mad a big techies picker.
Lambert going with the one techies.
Alright, Wyvern.
QoP Circles was the first pick winner of Earn. I like the winner of Earn pick, but I feel like the positioning on it's not great. Probably better to see what the support line is picking before you go with her. Especially when you have that 4th overall pick.
10 seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining.
Hell, you could even not even draft Wyvern this round. Do it next round. Got that Lich again.
Alright, 2 cold supports.
Yep. I don't really like the Lich into the Wyvern, to be honest with you. I feel like you're putting yourself in a lot of situations where Wyvern just kind of ults you before a fight starts. You just dive without getting Chain Frost off. Imba Spirit, first phase.
Alright, EG
That's
vibes.
interesting. Panic at the Roche Pit vibes.
I think EG usually picks Storm first phase, not Ember first phase, but...
Yeah, Panic at the Roche Pit picks Ember first phase.
there you go.
10 seconds remaining. Radiant team ban.
Oh, the Sand King again, huh?
Alright, I believe we've had Sand King in, like, almost every game so far.
Yep. Please do not do the thing at some point in this game where Wyvern ults and then Sand King immediately drops ult on top of that.
Is that a Kai mid Sand King?
Hard to say. Might be just old Bob running again.
Well, we'll see in the next couple picks.
You know, I don't like the Ember Spirit into Wyvern either, to be honest with you. I guess you didn't need to hold the Wyvern pick after all. They're just gonna pick things that aren't great into it. He's gonna super need like a Lincoln's or something, like really soon. Because Ember Spirit is not made of stern enough stuff where you can't just like ult him and just have his team kill him, basically. And he's not gonna be the kind of guy who's going to be too far to like out of the way of the rest of his team to worry about that. QoP Circles banning out mostly supports here, not a surprise though. Is Run Over Meat really worth 2 bans? The world has to wonder a little bit. I think if I'm banning here, I'm definitely thinking more about Lambert in particular. Maybe Matt a little bit, but worrying about Lambert and Matt a lot more than I'm worrying about the support line. Banning out the Ricky, which, I mean... misplaced blame, I think.
19 kills in the last game.
Yeah, he did get a million
And they banned
kills.
the DP too, so...
Yeah, properly placed blame on the DP, of course. No properly placed blame on the Lich, who is also one of the larger factors here. Or the Mars.
Yeah, and the Mars, yeah. I don't think they necessarily run back Mars, but...
Yeah, they... Actually, no, I don't think they have any reason not to yet, to be honest with you, aside of the winner of Earn, but... I mean, hey, if we've already counter-picked ourselves 2 times in Wyvern, why not a 3rd one, right?
Very bad against Wyvern and Sand King, so I don't know.
No Drow, by the way.
10 seconds remaining. Radiant team pick.
Ogre Magi coming out. Finally, somebody who's not bad against Winter of Earn. Actually, one of the better anti-Wyvern heroes, because he shaves right through her healing, and he is, like, really too tanky to... He's too tanky to ult and just casually drop in the middle of a fight, but he's not good enough at actually attacking to
5
make him like a
seconds.
valuable
Radiant
person to be around the
team
ult.
pick.
I am the Juggernaut.
Alright. An early jug.
I do not like the Juggernaut being picked this early.
10
I feel like
seconds
Jug is
remaining.
best when you know either the 1 or the 3.
Yeah.
And
We
right now,
know
we know
neither.
0 of
Yeah.
those. Unless, of course, you have a support line that is so magic damage like based, like glass cannon type magic damage guys that you can just say for a fact, oh, if I can spend through fights, we're gonna be winning early. But I don't know, like not this time. Not this early, not this time.
Dire
Especially
team
not with a sanking around. I feel like Jug is kind of at his best. This is interesting. We got some interesting setup here. There's only one problem.
14 fight ults.
Yeah. Only one problem with this so far. What's keeping everybody together? The Wyvern ult is not the right answer for that. Burrow Strike is great for 1 second. Definitely need some glue to hold this ult actually together. If we get like a puck last pick, that would be fantastic. And another team fight ult, so you know, 5 in total.
Yeah, that's true.
Like a puck here would be really great. A Storm Spirit who rushes the AoE Vortex would also be pretty good.
I feel like when you put that many moving parts together, like more fuck ups will happen.
Maybe.
It's like
On the
more
other hand,
opportunity for things to go wrong.
outside of Wyvern, I don't know like how much here is particularly like disastrous if it goes bad. I mean, if Juggernaut Omni's in a fight and it goes badly, usually the result is somebody dies. It's just somebody of low value. If Sand King ult whiffs, there's basically one reason for it, and that's because his blink died. Snapfire can only really mess up the ult that bad if it's happening under the Wyvern ult or happening right on top of her head. And hypothetically, if we get Puck here, then
A lot of moving parts that need to all work in sync with each other. I'm guessing a pause 3 less pick for QoP Circles.
I think it's going to be Sand King too.
Yeah, I think Kai Sand King.
If it's going to be Sand King too, somebody's going to be getting an earful here. Well, unless it's like a really good 3. If it's a really good 3, I could definitely see this going. Like if we get like Mars 3, that's fine. Spending a lot of time thinking about this one. Well, if we get a Mars 3, with one exception, if they get Lifestealer 1, do not go Mars 3. Actually, Lifestealer 1 will be really, really deadly on MK-Ulty, I think.
Radiant team ban.
Night Stalker.
Ooh, okay, Night Stalker.
That one's pretty bad too.
Yeah.
That one's really bad, actually. That's a very powerful pick.
Yeah, I like it. You can pretty much
10
jump on
seconds
anybody.
remaining.
Yeah. He pretty much has become the target you have to Wyvern
5
ult, and if you
seconds
don't Wyvern
remaining.
ult him, I think he just wins the fight every time, basically.
Yeah.
Dire team ban.
No Tiny. Lambert
right now
hates
he's got
Tiny.
his legs stuck in Ogre's club, so
That's true.
he might not be too mobile.
Later on in the game, Night Stalker. This is going to be one of those games where Night Stalker is going to fall off. Like later on, if he tries to jump on Jug and Jug just hits Q first, Night Stalker is not going to like what follows.
5 seconds remaining. Radiant team ban.
For a while, he's going to be pretty bad. And he's always going to be a great support bully. He's always going to force the fight to focus around him, which is exactly what you want as both a 3 and Night Stalker in particular. Like, every fight, you're going to have everyone's attention. That's going to give Ember Spirit a lot of space to breathe. Frankly, I'm surprised with this many
10
teamfight ults
seconds
that we
remaining.
didn't ban that already, but I guess we had to get rid of that techies.
5 seconds remaining.
In fairness, I don't know, again, it's not like really a guy like Matt Poole guy.
Yeah.
It's definitely one thing you can definitely notice about the Mickle draft phase is like, I don't know how well he understands what he's got. If Mickle figures out what he has on his hands, I think MK-Ulty is like the favorite to win this season. I don't know if it's like that close. It is a very, very, very good team. If Mickle starts to really get a good handle on where everybody's strengths are, what everybody's pool is, but so far he seems to be a little bit on the in the dark about that. No Necro,
You
by
need
the
to
way.
balance it out. You need to
Radiant
pick
team pick.
things that are good for your players while also being good for the game.
Right. Necro ban immediately gets followed with a Huskar ban. I don't blame them, frankly. I don't know how good Huskar actually would be for this QoP Circles lineup, frankly.
10 seconds
But
remaining.
no surprise there.
5 seconds remaining.
You got that reserve time, might as well.
Still think Storm Spirit with like the AoE Vortex is probably the biggest ideal here. And that's another thing that's like pretty simple, and even if you mess it up, it's very low stakes. Which is a nice thing here. You were talking earlier about moving parts. Well, if you can make it so that the stakes are pretty low and you're going to get something done anyway, then it doesn't matter how many moving parts there are. It doesn't matter how many parts break if the machine still functions, you know?
Yeah.
Question is, can they get a machine that's
Dire
functioning?
team pick.
You get a centaur.
So it is going to be Sand King 2. And we did get a 3. It wasn't really the 3 we needed, to be honest with you. I don't know. Gonna be good against a Night Stalker.
10
That's good.
seconds remaining.
You know, now instead of Night Stalker walks up to
5
somebody and
seconds
if they don't have
remaining.
BKB, they die. Night Stalker walks up to somebody and Centaur hits ult. Unless Night Stalker walks up to Centaur, in which case he's not gonna win that fight. So that's good. Helps chase the Ember Spirit, so that's alright as well. But you're really still leaving your lineup without a lot of setup, and you just need more than this.
Nice.
Oh my god! Now that's appropriate.
Yeah, it is.
Again, you kind of have two very awkward team comps here, though. Because, you know, again, it's like the same issue both sides. It's like, Monkey King doesn't really, and Lich as well, is a part of this puzzle, doesn't really have enough setup to, like, do great here. Like, there's going to be a lot of Lich ults that just go out, hit one guy, and then dissipate. Or, like, hit one guy, and then jump into, like, a wave or a jungle camp, and then dissipate. That much I can tell you. Mickle's going to have a huge amount on his plate because his searing chains are going to be basically what makes every team fight live or die.
Yep.
Ogre Magi can help as well, but like not really on anything more than individual. So both teams actually have once again very awkward comps. I think I like the QoP Circles lineup a bit better than I like the MK-Ulty lineup, because they have at least something theoretically. Like, they have to go off the Wyvern ult. Basically everything has to go timed off of the Wyvern ult, and the Wyvern ults have to be good. That's not great. But that's like a time, you know? That's like a tangible thing that you can plan around hypothetically, right?
Yep.
If I'm playing Snapfire, if I'm playing Medusa, not Medusa, because Medusa's not here. If I'm playing Juggernaut, whatever, right? I can think about, okay, Wyvern ult, the second it comes up, we go, we kill. What do you do on the MK-Ulty lineup to start a fight? That's a lot harder to say. Pretty much
Night
just
Stalker
searing
blinks on
chains.
someone, I assume. Yeah.
Searing chain, like Night Stalker blinks onto somebody. What's that gonna do? Silence them. That's it. It's not gonna hold them still. He really needs some still holding. I mean, unless Night Stalker just goes so crazy, he's gonna have like an Abyssal Blade at like 20 minutes or something. But I don't know. I don't know if I really see that happening against this lineup. I think Juggernaut's just a bit too good against that. Centaur War Runner's just a bit too strong against that. And supports are easy pickings. The supports are gonna die a lot this game on the QoP Circles. That much is pretty much a guarantee.
Yep.
But on the other hand, unless a fight is about to start, I don't know how much that means.
30 seconds to battle.
Sand King better keep that vision up at mid, I can tell you that much. If Sand King lets sentries go up at mid and just stay there, if Mickle can see Sand King the majority of the time, there's no way he wins this lane, basically.
Yep.
It's a very good hero to punish this.
The battle begins.
You know, to be honest with you, we already know from prior experience, good old Bob can play this hero. I think even if I had picked Sand King with the intention of going mid this game, I would have probably just flexed him 2 pos 3, be it on good old Bob or Crafty Potato, hypothetically, and just gone with, you know, like I said, the Storm Spirit here. Or the Puck. I feel like Puck is going to be pretty vulnerable to the Night Stalker.
Wait.
And now we wait.
Absolutely.
Puck would be very vulnerable to the Night Stalker, so I wouldn't be a fan of that necessarily. CombinationBean got a call from my lawyers. It's about the alimony payments. But yeah. I just don't know. There's a question mark over my head about what the Sand King mid does this game, besides get eaten by Ember Spirit. Has to play it perfectly, and Ember Spirit doesn't, which is never a great position to be in, I don't think. Wonder Revern. I think it's a punishment under the T1 here.
Yeah, getting bothered by Ogre.
One thing that's going to be for sure is that on one hand, the Winter Wyvern Cold Embrace is going to be of absolutely no value in this lane. It's going to mean absolutely nothing. Ogre Magi will just be able to melt through it. Night Stalker has too many tricks for it. It's not going to be any good here. On the other hand, at the very least, Healing Ward is going to be very difficult for them to take out with 2 relatively slow melee guys. And like, yeah, Night Stalker could hypothetically dive to try and kill the Healing Ward, but he's not going to like what happens to him if he does. There's that at least. Tall Ball's
having a rough time of it.
Yeah, Tall Ball is just going to shave off most of Paige's health bar, or if you prefer the heroes, Snapfire going to shave off most of Lich's health bar. Good old Bob using his Q to get last hits. There is one thing about this scenario I do like. Once again, even though the comp as a whole isn't great, there's some very good lanes if nothing else. Like Centaur and Snapfire is going to be pretty nasty for a pretty long time. And on the other hand, I feel like the Wyvern Juggernaut lane is going to be pretty much impossible to kill.
Yep.
The Sand King lane, I don't know so much about. Already that's starting to kind of look not so great, but funny combat music. Centaur Warwind are getting run over here.
He is getting run over. Got Jingu off and he's dead.
Yep.
Oh man.
Well, that's not great.
The off lane just gets crumbled there.
Yep. It's the peril of letting Jingu get off on you. Monkey King is a very peculiar guy to lane against. If as an offlaner, you kind of have to like specifically practice that matchup. Because I feel like Monkey King is a very easy guy to knock out if you know what you're doing. And a very easy guy to kill you if you don't, you know?
Yeah.
Almost a gimmick matchup. I would say as an offlaner, it's almost a gimmick matchup.
That's absolutely.
And again, like in the following up Game 2 of the Iceman and Rada series, this is a situation that gets better for this off lane with age. You know, the more levels that Centaur gets, the less able that Monkey King's going to be to killing him.
Yeah.
He is definitely fooling himself if he really thinks he's going to be getting the, Ugh. Really fooling himself if he really thinks he's going to be getting the Duke in this lane, though. Be getting kills fairly early on. Oh! Just missed a kill a bot while we were watching this nonsense happen in the offlane. Oh my god!
Dead.
Ugh.
Absolutely not what I expected.
Alright, Monkey King looking in a prime position to go off here.
Yep, this is not a great start. Like I said, it's definitely not over by any stretch of the imagination. As time goes on, things will get better here. As long as Monkey King doesn't go like 1,000,000-0 anyway. Night Stalker a clock, but man, he just is not, with his own support having gotten clocked, it's not looking too great for him here. Mickle is, not Mickle, but Peach is strolling around in the jungle here. Thought for a second Mickle was just like, I'm done with lane. Kinda ganking. Now,
Working out this soon.
could be very bad.
Okay, definitely. Never mind. Super in on this.
Guy's actually trying to stay on top of him. They need vision over the actual sandstorm, though.
Yeah.
I really got a question why Lich didn't just drop a sentry in the middle of that. I think if they do, Sand King's just completely dead. Assuming maybe Sand King had one there? Hard to say.
Trickster's rune of illusion.
Alright.
Mickle drink from his bottle there.
Yep, take a drink. Head out for a minute. Taking a look at top here.
Gold given.
You can see already how much things are changing. Just 2 levels later, and the actual Jingu, he's doing like just a tiny little chunk of Centaur's health. Notably, he is level 6 already. I doubt he has ult. Yeah, no ult.
Yeah. Don't usually get it on Monkey King level 6.
Yep.
Pretty useless until lane phase ends.
Might have a kill on the Ogre Magi here.
Yeah, for sure. That
A bit
Wyvern
of a-
jug combo is really powerful.
Yep. It was a bit of a sub-ideal situation there. Juggernaut, you know, just right-clicking Ogre's back rather than trying to run in front of him, but it's pretty much okay. Speaking of sub-ideal, I know Snapfire has been getting really hammered in this lane, but like, this is way too far from XP range too often. Centaur Warrunner, level 5, that's great, but that Snapfire ult is really important. You're gonna need like 3 tomes worth of XP at this rate.
I
Which
think
at the very
by
least
time
also
time notes, he'll have enough to get level 6 from Tome.
That Stalker just coming and punching CombinationBean to the face. Former teammates of the Good Luck guys, CombinationBean and Godlike Matt.
Sure.
Absolutely not what I expected.
Oof.
Yeah, Wyvern getting harassed.
Yep. I'm really everything on Wyvern here. Omni Slash is ready. You're really looking at the Night Stalker there. Unfortunately, they got an Observer and a Sentry sitting just in the middle of the jungle. Pretty much, it seems like just in case this exact situation happens, and then Run Over Meek is a question mark. That's very unfortunate. It's definitely a case of being very ambitious. I think once you see Night Stalker walking back to the tower there, what you do, you immediately turn around and start beating up Ogre. Like, I think there's not really a great reason to not at least get a kill down there, you know? Especially with Ogre at just level 3. And I was talking about Snapfire being down leveled here, but holy crap, Ogre Magi. It's going to be very written out of this game very fast if that does not change.
Trying to give space to his Night Stalker, I would imagine.
A game like this, that's certainly not what you do, to be frank. It is not worth the slot. Certainly not with the Wyvern there. Not with the Wyvern and not with the Jug. Monkey King looking to do something under the tower here. Oh, looking to get something at the secret shop, actually. He's finished Battle Fury, and is now going to use it on this big stinking stack.
Oh. Tall walls.
Yeah, Tall Ball's just kind of watching it happen.
That's absolutely not what I expected.
It's a little bit of it, but Monkey King, for the most part, comes out on top there. You can see he, after eating that one stack, he has suddenly jumped up to top net worth on the entire server.
Yep.
And speaking of stacks, oh mama, look at all these stacks down here.
Yeah.
Dire's top tower is under
Pitch is
attack.
anticipating that Battle Fury.
Yep. He actually gets Jingu Bong elsewhere and brings it here. Which is not super ideal. I don't know if he's, even with the Battle Fury, I don't know if he's able to farm the stack if he doesn't have Jing, and if he does, he certainly doesn't farm it that fast.
Really good for Lambert. Like, he's gonna be super dangerous.
And obviously nothing of this sort happening for Jug. They do have some stacks of the triangle, but Monkey King ate those.
Yeah, he did.
At least ate one of those. At the very least, the ancient stack is still there.
Dire's top tower.
So yeah, that's not great. Let's look at the graph. Wow, you can actually see exactly where these stacks get taken on the chart.
Yeah, there you go.
We're Centaur ulting here.
Dire's top tower.
Not exactly sure for what. That seems like a bit of an odd go here. And old Bob is now going to be punished for his insolence, and he's not even going to get his, not even going to get that.
Unfortunate.
Not going to get his jungle item. Which is a big shame, because that's a very good jungle item for Centaur Warrunner to have, for what should hopefully be obvious reasons. Well, yeah, that's about the best, like, 3 minutes that Lambert could possibly have. Like,
Yeah,
takes massive amounts of stacks, including enemy stacks. He knocks out the pause 3 and even kills his courier with a jungle item on it that would have actually really messed him up. That is, yeah, nothing but good for him. Looks like
Mickle.
things might not be so great for Mickle, though.
Oh man, he's gonna get epied.
Yep. Eats an entire epicenter and then eats the cookie, and that's it for him. Tall Balls formally gets the
Dire's middle
gets the
tower
kill.
is under attack.
I'm gonna try and at least make up for that by jumping the
Dire's top tower is under
Jug here.
Killing the Jug, looks like.
Nope.
Okay. Wyvern's level 7.
Yep.
Oh, what a
First
ferocious-
Wyvern ult in the game, gets 2 kills. That's good. And then gets a question mark.
Nice.
Very good Wyvern ult there. Very good follow-up on that. Clearly well communicated, which is great.
They're gonna Wukong to this.
Yep.
Radiant's middle tower.
Oh man.
But yeah, they're not gonna get anything for it. Wukong just drops on nothing.
Yeah, that's fine.
Dire's top tower has been denied.
Not great when it's a nearly 2k difference between the 2 pause ones, and that still kind of happens. I can run over here at mid, but everybody shows up to defend him. In fact, arguably too many people kind of show up for him here. Well, I guess it's never too much if we're actually getting a kill for it. CombinationBean has to pull out.
Mickle.
They're actually all going for it
Mickle.
here. They're going so deep for it. But
Wyvern saves.
yeah, they just can't get around the Winter Wyvern.
man. Ah, dead to neutral. Sad. Okay.
He, probably
That's
dead
a
anyway.
big burrow strike
Probably dead anyway, and that happens
Burrow
to follow,
strike
so
into the snap ulti.
that's
the
a good
mute.
sequence. That's a very good sequence. Nice roll off top to take this T1.
Is under attack.
Getting ulted here. Not ulted, getting lich gazed here. Centaur is. Tanking comes in from the back and Lich is
Oh,
gone,
man.
baby!
Unfortunate.
Try to be more aware of your surroundings.
Sand King picks up Kaya. Night Stalker picks up a Hood, which is actually going to be pretty big here. Likely not going to get piped because Night Stalkers don't like to do that. And in a game like this, does he really have to? I don't know, actually. It's a little hard to see.
Okay.
Here comes an entire epicenter right on top of Night Stalker's head.
Kill him.
Yep. Got a Centaur ult to follow as well.
Okay.
But SV,
That's
Kai
not
out of
going.
mana.
A little unfortunate.
Yep, that shows you the power of the Hood. Immediately, they're looking back for the Sand King here. Actually, turn around last second. Would have been really funny if Ogre actually stopped that.
Yep.
Well, they found Sand King here.
Yeah, they have vision of him.
Nobody wants to do anything with the Wyvern around. And Centaur Warner just died somewhere weird. Why are you here, Centaur? Come on, bro! He has a Vanguard, that's good. It's definitely not a bad Crimson Guard game on him, I don't think. Going for the Blink first, which is alright. It's going to be very, almost like a snowball's chance in hell that Centaur actually gets to blink into a fight in a capacity that doesn't start with the word counter, but...
Oh, okay.
Oh, but he gets some unlucky chains there. Still got Burrow. Actually has a pretty short range Burrow there. It's fine. Gets out anyway. Centaur Warrunner here. Not really going to be able to do much, but he is here. Ember Spirit thought about taping, but decided not to. Okay.
Wukong's.
Why?
Why, what, the Wukong's?
Why? No, not why Wukong's. The Wukong's was fine. Why did Centaur do that?
I don't know.
And drop the Wyvern ult on the Snapfire ult too. That didn't go so well. That would have been a really good Snapfire ult had it been the other way around. Had it been Night Stalker beating up Monkey King, I think. But wrong target there, really.
Oh, man. Remember,
We're
just
finally gonna
eating
go down.
Wyvern to death. The tall balls will follow. They're just getting dove and eaten under their own protection.
So that started off really well. Well, almost really well. I don't know why the Centaur was up there. I don't know why everybody felt the need to follow up on him. And the Wyvern ult was ouch. And the Wyvern death wasn't very nice either. That was overall just not a good series of minutes for the QoP Circles. Centaur. I like how the Ogre dies on the hit, it stuns Centaur, so he's just sitting there looking at a dead camp for a second. Let's just get casually picked to death down here. Juggernaut struggling a little bit to take Ancient Cancel, ultimately does. I am the Juggernaut, there is no cap here. I am the Juggernaut, there's no cap here either. Where are the creeps? I am the Juggernaut, I must spin and leave. I am the Juggernaut, I have changed my mind. It is a Juggernaut. It is a Juggernaut's initiative to change his mind.
You are most gracious.
Actually, I meant prerogative. That is okay. Jug is close to Yasha. 250 gold away.
Excellent.
E-blade sinking. All right.
Not gonna do
I have
that
stacked
much.
with the I've stacked with the E-blade sinking Kai.
How does it go?
I think that game went well. I don't know. I don't remember. I just remember him practicing this before this.
So he has some experience on this front. It's definitely a good time to do it too. Like, they've got so much magic damage. Even the one guy they have that's like big on fizz damage is still got some way to interact with that.
Oh, he's probably dead here. Here, we'll take a chunk out of Lambert's HP before he goes, but
yeah,
oh, gets tipped.
it was a very brave attempt there. He just didn't have the HP. If he gets set off a little bit earlier, or if they're like there's like one support less, I think Lambert just casually dies there. But instead, Kai is the one who casually goes down. Would have been a very big kill too. Top net worth in the server right now. I believe he's sitting on a pretty sizable streak as well. Goodbye, Centaur Illusion. Centaur not actually sitting here with anything queued up. Again, Kai in the exact same spot. This time the Snapfire ult's coming in. Down he goes.
Dire's
Rip.
bottom tower
There is one downside to the E-Blade. It is that Ember Spirit kind of has an inbuilt defense mechanism against that.
Yep.
At least get some support pick, but I don't know if taking your support's gold and basically funneling it into Ember Spirit's pockets is necessarily a worthwhile trade. Especially when you had to have a support to help you to get that.
is under attack. Radiant's top tower is under attack. Radiant structures.
The
are
Centaur ult, by the way, I'm pretty sure was up during both of those encounters. Oh, well, Ogre Magi is going to casually die
dead.
now.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
Not done here.
They're done.
Still not using that Centaur ult. They're being very conservative with that use. And I know it's a long time, it's 100 seconds, but like,
Rune of
definitely have to be a little more aggressive with that in situations like this. Hungry boys!
Alright.
I mean, you are meat.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Yeah, that's true.
When Revern
Run
trying to show
over
up
meat's
to
implying that their meat's been run over, or
I believe
that
so,
we should
yes.
run over meat.
Oh, good!
Oh, good
This
curse.
is such a good curse. Ah, it doesn't quite get the Ember Spirit though. Lich ult falls, but doesn't accomplish anything really. Good sequence there. Shame about Ember getting away. Him dying would definitely be alright, but
Yeah, they haven't really killed the MVPs in this game. I mean, I think Amber and Monkey King both have one death each,
correct.
and that's not enough.
Well, Ember Spirit might very well have a second death here soon. Unless they chase the wrong remnant, of course.
Alright, good juke.
I'm going to give you a bit of advice.
dead. Oh, he got chained? Oh,
Snap ult coming out and it just still doesn't get him. I'm gonna give you a brief
man.
word of advice if you're playing
Great
against an
escape.
Ember Spirit. The first, Kai just E-bladed the wrong thing, I think.
oh man.
The first
Wukong's-
remnant that Ember Spirit jumps to Unless he's only got one. That is not where he's going.
Mickle's back and he's mad.
But he's disarmed. Lambert's here and he's also equally mad. They're having such a hard time keeping pace.
Killing the back line.
Yeah. Laverne here just gonna waste as much time as humanly possible. Oh my god, Winner's Curse!
He's not in it. Lambert's not in it.
That's so sad. Just one pixel away. If Lambert was actually in that Winner's Curse, I think Ember just kind of dies. Very sad. Just a Greek tragedy of a fight there for the QoP Circles. Just so much almost goes so well. Instead, Ember Spirit picks up a Desolator.
Very good.
Radiant are scanning.
Radiant believes that Dire is in the Roche pit. They're not. They're actually looking for Sand King.
Potentially finding him if MK jumps into the trees.
Coming through.
Sand King wants more backup here. I think that's actually the wrong move. Funnily enough, I think if he just...
knew he was there.
Well, Monkey King revealed on wave. I think if Sand King just goes out... Yeah, I think if he just ults in the trees, Bro strikes on Kai and E-blades him, I think he dies before he can even get BKB up.
Actually, now he's the one who's
Instead,
in trouble.
Well...
They have no spots here. Not sure what they're...
Yep.
Oh, man. They're
But
on the
Night
Wyvern.
Stalker... Night Stalker's sheer existence ruined this whole thing.
Yeah.
Everybody here dies.
And he knew exactly who to go to, as well he jumped right on the Wyvern as soon as he saw it.
And Wyvern died with like 2 seconds left before that ult as well.
It was silenced, so it doesn't matter.
Yeah. Well, that's what I mean. Like, when he gets silenced, it's 2 seconds left on his ult. That silence comes just a little later. Laverne is fine. That could become a disaster. Juggernaut's still just very casually farming pretty much this entire game. I'm gonna go to Roche now. There is absolutely no hope in hell of contesting that.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
It's a little dangerous. Tell you this much, at this point in the game, this is probably, as far as your half of the map goes, like, this area north of the triangle is probably like the most dangerous place in the entire safe half of the map.
Yep.
I'm gonna try and see if they can get a snipe there outside the Roche pit, but no such luck. Monkey King gets the Aegis and gets the hell out.
Yep.
Lich is gone.
Okay, good Wukong's.
Yep.
Makes this fight so much more complicated than it needs
And the Wyvern ult gets no one, basically. That is bad.
to be. Just...
This is
Oh,
super
man.
bad. Juggernaut looking for an Omni there, gets it out, but doesn't get much done with it. This is really almost Jug's big debut on the field, and yet
Epi?
didn't accomplish much. Epi, but misses. Epi entirely misses.
You got Lambert with the last few ticks of it,
That doesn't matter.
but it doesn't matter, yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Still trying to look to do things here. Jug is going to try and
just gonna
1v1.
beat Jug down. Oh man,
Jug
Kai.
should not be doing here. Mickle's finally dead. Lambert not looking so hot.
Not dead.
Nope.
Oh, he got Jug. That's
Yep.
worth it.
Got Jug, dodged the snap fire, scatter blast, and just is killing everybody now.
Night Stalker's here.
Well, that was unimaginably bad.
That's a tiebreaker. Yeah.
Yep. Shintar's got heart.
Well,
That's
a
good.
very, very awkward spot here.
I don't know why Tall
There you
doesn't
go.
just TP there, to be honest with you. And
It was on cooldown.
5 for 1. 5-1 trade goes down.
For the dead.
5 for 1, and Monkey King does not die.
Radiant's
Didn't
middle
get the
tower
Aegis.
is under attack.
Yep.
So they can uphill now
Radiant's
really easily.
structures are fortified. Dire's top
Did
tower
not,
is under attack.
Not even use Wukong. Well, did use Wukong's, but it's like so early in that super long fight that it almost doesn't matter. I mean, it literally doesn't matter. It's already back.
Oh.
There's one downside to this, which is it's so early in the game still that, speaking of coming back, all the Radiant is doing that.
Yeah.
And you can uphill a lot with that Wukong's, but I don't know if you can uphill this.
Probably
Not
not.
with all the ults up.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
There is one major thing displayed in that fight, is that Jug is not doing enough damage yet to be fighting.
Yeah.
Jug can be there in the picks, probably better than not if Jug is here for the picks, but cannot be fighting at this point. Holy hell. Mickle goes AFK for 30 minutes.
Yeah.
Has to take 2 phone calls. Centaur Warrunner's got a heart, which is going to help enable him to actually make these crazy plays that he's been making. Next, he's going for boots of speed. Not boots of speed, he's going for phase boots. I have no clue why. If you're a Centaur, you got this much money, just go drum boots. Like, there is no reason to go phase boots on Centaur right now at all.
Classic bongo boots.
Yeah. Like, bongo boots are everything you need as Centaur. You are nuts if you do something else on him, basically. Especially if you already have Blink. Oh my god, they just went all in on Illusion. And now they're gonna die.
Yeah. Oh my god,
baby.
Jug just melts.
Well, if you wanted another great example of it is too early for Juggernaut to be farming, there you go, there's a good one.
To be fighting.
And, if you remember what I said earlier about Ogre Magi, one of the worst possible Wyvern targets, he is too tanky to just die in the ult, but, does not do damage to anybody around. There's a great example. Wyvern ults Ogre Magi around the 2 MVP cores, and Ogre doesn't even die.
Yeah. Unfortunate.
And, you know what does die, though, is these Rex.
Yes.
Radiant's middle tower has fallen. Radiant's middle barracks are under attack. Radiant's middle barracks has fallen.
It's not a very nice statue, Tall Balls.
Almost cancelled.
CombinationBean's gonna have your ass for that. Blessed be the night. If only Lada Lads was still in this league so we could look at his Brewmaster statue again.
Maybe next season.
We'll have to look at Fluffy Hat. Himba Spirit has BKB.
Radiant's bottom tower
He does.
is under attack.
Okay.
Radiant's
He just
courier
leaves.
has been killed.
Yeah.
No surprises there. Kind of splitting up a fight here as well. Kind of a go brewing on Monkey King there, but actually pulled out to go for Ember Spirit instead, which, you know, just to be blunt, just to be frank, wrong move. You get it Monkey King in a lineup like this, you go for Monkey King for sure. Like,
Yeah.
he's way worth it actually just casually escaping, and he has way more money right now. Has that Ember BKB reveal?
Unfortunate.
At least he's still gonna die. Oh my god, though, that was bad. That was, there's an old expression that they often use for a situation like that. It's bowling shoe ugly. Tall balls jump the wall, stunning nobody with a cookie. Also fits that description. Oh, but
Okay.
well, this is
That's
interesting. Well, it's a lot less big when the
Yeah, I think it doesn't
BKB
matter.
comes out.
Lambert's just gonna 1v5 these guys or what?
Where was that E-blade used?
Radiant's top
What's with the
tower
tiny
is
burrow
under
strikes all the time, man? I just don't get it.
The trombone.
That was an okay fight for the QoP Circles. Came out on top money-wise. They forced a buyback at Ember Spirit, which is pretty big. And he does nothing but lose money in that fight, basically. Sand King makes a lot of money. Even Jug walks away smiling. So that's everything good in the world there. But I can tell you this much: that fight sure would have gone a lot better if that one thing hadn't happened.
Oh.
I don't know what that one thing was, but yeah. And that's why I'm glad that Trisoft actually turned his mic up after this week. If he didn't, I was going to file a formal complaint to the FCC. That is exactly what happens when your comm lines
Radiant
break down. That is precisely what happens. I am the Juggernaut. I have found the Mindbreaker. We're getting pretty close to 6 slotted here. Once he uses his blessing, he's basically done unless he wants to either rid himself of the boots or the Battle Fury if he wants, I guess. I mean, really, it's pretty much a farming tool on him. I don't know how much he's actually doing cleave-wise in fights. And if he wants to keep that AOE, you know, he could just sell that, pick up a Mjolnir. Is going to have the AOE effect, but better, and give him more of what he wants. Very awkward time for him to be getting a double damage rune, I will say that much.
Unlucky find.
That's a cooling
Oh no!
Nice.
He
Bless.
E-bladed a creep. I mean, there's no way Ember Spirit actually dies there anyway, but that is
Well,
so
yeah,
sad.
Radiant's top tower is under attack. Radiant's top tower has fallen. Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
Outer tower is for Radiant going down. The Penta Edge Sword coming out and going right into Monkey King's back pocket.
Very good.
Not a great thing to see if you're on the QoP Circles. Roche getting the crap beat out of him. Shark coming out of him. I think anybody but Ogre right now could potentially take it. Ogre's got his already.
We will see.
Got smoke.
We do have smoke.
Again,
but
it's
too
just
late.
so late. It's like Night Stalker picked up that
Never reach.
that chart. He wants his weird Clink Soul.
I like it. It's good.
It's Clink Soul.
Thinks his old ult.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh wait, no, they changed it back.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's his ult right now too.
Yeah. One of the heroes, they just reverted back to 5 years ago for some reason.
Yeah, because the reworks were like done. Well, no, not
Awful.
all, because his strafe is now the weird like
Yeah,
arrow
yeah,
barrage.
it's black farming skill.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
It is funny how you went from a tower push to a
Is under attack.
flash farm.
Dire's
Yeah.
Going uphill here. Then we're gonna put out the the guards to watch him do it. Snapfire just going down instantly. You know, we have kind of what I said here. Guy like Matt goes in on the Juggernaut, just does not like what he finds. Has to walk away BKB. His BKB's out, and this is not a great time for it to be gone.
Lambert's BKB is there.
Yep.
Oh, what a Q.
Well, goodbye,
That's
Juggernaut. Jug did not actually Omni in the middle of that. That's not great. I don't think Jug probably should have been involved in that fight at all in the capacity that was not Omni slashing. I think the rest of the team kind of had that.
Kai's really complicating this push for them.
Yeah.
But... Oh.
Again, though, it comes out on Ogre. Oh, I just don't understand why you don't ult Lambert or Matt there.
I don't think Lambert would have died.
I think he probably, even if he doesn't, at the very least, buys you some time to set something up to actually do the job on him.
Right.
First death on Monkey King. Sand King doesn't even want to keep the Sandstorm on him. He's just getting the hell out of here. Everything in that fight was good for the QoP Circles, except for the fact that they just lost Jug immediately at the start of it, basically. Like, that is really bad. Everything else is great. That is really bad. Didn't even do any damage, just kind of walked in, got chain stunned, and died. Definitely not something, like, Juggernaut is the hero that, you absolutely cannot just right-click in with, like, ever, basically. Yeah. If you do that, then, well...
Just to make an entrance into a fight.
Got in with skills. You can tell how much Juggernaut's confidence is waning in this game, because he just saw Night Stalker provably alone in the jungle and still decided to walk away.
That's absolutely not what I expected.
I think, oh, Lambert, again the BKB. Juggernaut's in the middle of all this crap. Has to spin and get the hell out. I think that's actually the wrong move there. I think what you want to do is just straight drop Omni.
Yep.
Okay. Oh, don't tell me. Okay, Laverne did not just ult Ogre Magi again. This is personal, I see.
Is it personal?
I don't know. That was almost such a good Laverne ult. That was like so close to a good Laverne ult. It just wasn't.
Okay, the Omni kind of bounces off on the pages there.
Yep, just bounces right on support, which is right where you want it. Oh, Lambert looking really dead!
Yeah, that's troublesome.
Got like 10x kill streak just went down. Oh! What a cock block. And another streak goes down. Juggernaut present for both kills, gets the second one personally. That's not good.
I don't think it's enough necessarily, but we'll see.
Yeah, it's a bit late for that to matter all that much, especially if Mickle just comes and kills the Juggernaut here. Or Juggernaut just kind of spins and leaves.
Yeah,
Somebody just threw a big arrow over the jungle. So it's a big tent now. Ascetics cap drops for the Juggernaut here. Honestly, at this juncture, it wouldn't be that bad on Kai.
Dire's top tower is under
Feels like
attack.
every fight just kind of ends the same way for him. He just gets kind of like chained up, can't do anything.
Right.
Trickster's Cloak, another item that'd be good on him. Even better on the Centaur, really. And I know Cloak of Flames is kind of always what you want, but
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
he's going right for the BKB here, which, you know, I've talked so much about Pipe versus BKB today that I'm not even gonna say it again. Except, you know, this guy's a stand-in. There you go.
Oh,
I just eating the support with it. This is really where this E-Blade thing shines, is being able to eat the support like that. You know, it feels like most of these fights start off with Kai trying to drop in on a core, and then they just BKB, and he's just sitting there staring at him like, well?
yeah.
He doesn't even have one himself, so he usually just kind of gets disabled by them, which doesn't help matters. He is going to get a bot T2 here. And then he's going to try and TP and just die immediately.
Unfortunate.
Dire's bottom tower has been denied.
I will be fair to him. I do not think all, like, 4 of his 5 teammates should have been off map there. Like, if at least the Centaur, like the 3 and under club, was out pushing a lane doing something there. I don't know if that happens. But map just goes completely dark, so they just know, oh, everybody's farming or protecting somebody else that's farming, drop on him and kill him.
Yep.
Again, no use of the Centaur ult there. I mean, not like it really would have mattered, but not even an attempt was made. Monkey King just jumping through the trees here. They just shot him.
Yeah.
And I think they were looking for a Sand King buyback here, and they kind of got it. BKB's coming out. Oh, Centaur ult coming out. Omni out as well.
Hit.
Great Omni slash, great Snapfire ult, but they have
We're
outlived.
taking too much damage. Attrition.
Yep. They just can't live in that Monkey King ult. In that MK-Ulty, as it were. And they tried to fortify to save the last rags, they just couldn't do that.
Bad.
Oh, Lambert's gonna die, so that's good. And he's gonna buy.
Not a minute too late.
And then, oh my god, Jug is so low. But he's still here.
The Wyvern.
They actually couldn't kill him.
I think without Wyvern, this game goes so much worse for them.
Probably, yeah. At least on a defensive level, I do feel like offensively things didn't go great for the Wyvern. I mean, not bad. We definitely had some great moments, but goodbye, Jug. I am the Juggernaut. I am back. Unfortunately, I do not have ult, so I have nothing to do here.
No.
Except
Nothing
watch
to
my
do
ancient
except
die.
Watch the ancient die. Yeah.
Oh, go out at least, but
And the curse to end the game. End the series.
why the lag? That's a great question. Alright, well, Soba. What can you say about this game? Well, the E-Blade Sand King thing did not work out here. I don't think it got like, even when it was debuted, because the first time it was pulled out, it was against that Monkey King in the top lane, right? I don't think it got a single actual kill on the cores in this game. It was pretty much just a support bullying tool, and you really should not have to buy a $1 million item as a mid to bully supports.
Yes.
Most of that KDA comes from burrow strikes, it comes from ults. The E-Blade actually really just did not feel like it had any sort of part in this game, and completely eschewing BKB did not help matters. Like, it just felt like I said, every fight is just like, you know, Kai goes in, he blinks in, he E-blades somebody, and then they just BKB immediately, and he gets stunned, and then he either dies or just kind of walks away at low health and doesn't accomplish much. There were a few fights where he couldn't ult because of that, and that's not great. Sand King, one of the heroes where if you BKB against him, they are invincible towards him. That much is certain, but I don't know. It just did not feel like it was getting what like. It felt like Kai had like 5 or 6K less net worth than he actually did here. Speaking of net worth, this is not a good look on the QoP Circles net worth distribution. The fact that Centaur Warrunner is first place for net worth, that's
a
not great.
little tragic.
He, in fairness, he is third place overall for last hit, so there is that. But yeah, that's a little ouch-inducing. That tells me he's probably doing ancient camps a lot, which, man, you probably shouldn't be. And if the Jug is leaving those ancient camps alive long enough for Centaur to get, that's not great. Laverne, great defensively, didn't do much offensively. It feels like the thing I kind of called during the pick phase. It definitely felt like it was all over the map here. Like every fight, it's just like you have all these team fight ults going out, but it feels like in basically every fight, what ends up happening is that all the team fight ults go out, and they're all just targeting one specific guy, and if they just BKB or leave, then they're just sitting there hitting nothing. There's definitely several tall balls ults that literally just dropped on the Ember Spirit, for example. There were definitely Omni Slashes that just hit a support. There were definitely some Sand King ults just hit one guy. And unfortunately, the most unfortunate thing of all, there were a lot of Wyvern ults that hit the Ogre Magi.
Yes.
That is, it's no good. It's no bueno. Like I said at the top of the game, too tanky for it to just reliably knock him out of the fight. Even if it could, he is easily, like, the least important, like, target on that lineup. No offense to Meat. Alright. He is what he is. It is what it is. But, like, what's a 7K net worth Ogre Magi going to do to you in this game? Nothing is the answer
Not
to
a
that.
whole lot.
Like, he might randomly nuke a support once every couple of fights with his, if he gets a nice multicast. At least, if he might nuke Winter Wyvern with it. Or he might nuke somebody within the Wyvern E. That's it. So, ulting him, even if he question marked somebody at the beginning of the game, yeah, not so great. Not so great. There are pretty much 3 people to ult in this game, and it felt like Peaches, Mickle, and Lambert, you just never really saw the ult go off on them, outside of a few unfortunate situations where it's like, they do get ulted, but nobody's around for it. And in fairness, that's not all on Trisoft. I do think Lambert and Mickle in particular were playing really on the line, like trying as hard as they possibly could to not be in the wrong place for the Wyvern ult, but that just gets back to what I was talking about at the beginning of the match. They are trying as hard as they can to not line up for the Wyvern ult, and they can get away with it because nothing's actually keeping them close enough to get that Wyvern ult to happen, and therefore there's a lot of one-man Wyvern ults in this game because the closest thing to a group CC they have for all this group damage is Wyvern ult itself, which is a very small AoE, and cannot have anything added to it while it is underway, and a Centaur Hoof Stomp, which, like I said, I think when I said Snowball's chance in hell he does anything with this but counter-initiate, I think that ended up being completely true. I don't know if I saw a Blink Stomp on really anybody this game outside of, like, just jumping on somebody trying to jump them, or just in the middle of a team fight when he wasn't really doing anything else on one guy. So, yeah, draft issues. I think this is a very well played game. Otherwise, outside of the target priority on the Wyvern ult, here comes a train, and the not so ultimately useful E-Blade on the Sand King, I do think this is really well played. Like, QoP Circles got 2-0'd this week. It's, there's no surprise there. And they got 2-0'd by a very good team as well. But definitely, I didn't expect this team to be great out of the box when I signed them because it's like a bunch of guys who've never played with each other before and all that, right? Who are, for the most part, like debut season on their roles. There's definitely going to be some building involved, and there definitely is some building in these matches. Like I said, you saw Bean play 2 considerably better games this week than like the Medusa game from week 1. Um, while the 3 and Under Club was really bad in game 1, I think at least conceptually it wasn't that bad in game 2. I mean, you had the Centaur. The Centaur was kind of the anchor around their neck. He really did not fit into this comp to any degree outside of getting people to run away from the Night Stalker, which is ultimately not something he even really had to do that much. The Night Stalker ended up being sort of a secondary factor in this game, let's just say it like that. Outside of a few major spots where Centaur didn't and couldn't do anything anyway. You know, if we had like a Mars instead of that Centaur Warrunner, I think this is just a victory, to be frank.
Yeah.
If we had like a Mars and we had some silence for the Ember Spirit, or, you know, God forbid, a Hex, I think this is just a win. But, you know, in lieu of that, still a very strong looking match. I mean, it's 34-34 with that much of a net worth disparity. And it's not like they got 34 kills at the start of the game and then fell off. No, it was like, even with the net worth advantage, they were still using good gameplay to try and keep it competitive even to the end. So there's definitely some very good signs there. There's some bad signs for MK-Ulty. Like I said, the biggest one being, like I said, I don't know if Mickle understands what he has. Putting godlike Matt on guys like the Night Stalker here, which, you know, like, in both cases it works, but it only really works because of draft deficiencies in the other team. Having heroes that play more to his strengths, having heroes that play more to Lambert's strengths, he definitely got that in Game 2. The Monkey King in Game 2, definitely a hero in his strengths pool. Went really well for him, as you can see, obviously. The supports, I think, you know, I don't think there's anything too crazy with either of these supports. Like, they're pretty much just tradesman supports, basically, right? So you're not going to get any surprises out of them this season. Mickle definitely gets that. But as far as what Lambert and guy like Matt does, if Mickle sits down, really talks Dota for like a day or two with both of these guys, right? If he really gets inside their head, if he watches some replays, watches some tapes, really figures out what they're great at, this is the best team in the league. I don't know if there's even that close a contest. I mean, it is like a ridiculously high potency team.
Yep.
But it needs to all come together. If it can't all come together, God help us all. Anyway, that's it for today. It's probably the last recording we're doing of this set. God knows my fucking voice is blown at this point. And yeah, so if you're somebody you know wants to learn Dota 2 at a casual or more competitive level, go to ld2l.gg. It's too late to sign up for Season 13, but it's never too late to sign up as a stand-in, as good old Bob could attest to. The there's a lot of people there. You can meet the teams. You can meet us! Haven't you ever wanted to talk to a 91-200? That wasn't a rhetorical question. Please answer that. There we go.
No, I've never wanted to.
You son of a bitch. Anyway, yeah. And you could also sign up for Season 14 when that rolls around in a million years. Or you could also get some updates on some other tournaments, like, you know, Mage Tournament Season 3, for example. Is going to be happening not terribly long from now, I don't think. And yeah. Today's sponsor is Pipe of Insight. Now, ever since I tried the Pipe of Insight for the first time, I've been hooked. Now, when a lot of people think Pipe of Insight, they literally kind of just think the big team shield. And hey, that's nice and all that, right? What they don't realize is that it also comes with a nice HP regen aura and 10%, I mean 10% off all the magic damage that anybody in your aura sort of takes. It's pretty good. I think it's pretty good. Now, against some lineups it's not so great, But if you got like a Necro, if you got like a Lich, if you got like a Snapfire, really anybody who likes dumping a heavy amount of magic ordnance on you, really kind of ruins their day. Really kind of forces them to rethink their strategy, you know? It really forces them to rely more on those physical damage heroes that maybe they don't have so much. So, if you want a pipe of insight of your own, go to pipeofinsight.co.tk.org.com.gov.org. That's pipeofinsight.com.gov.tk.org.co.org.com. Got that?
Yeah.
You can order one today, or if you already have a Defiance, just pick yourself up a recipe, pick yourself up a few very cheap parts off secondhand stores, and there you go. You got yourself a full pipe. And yeah, that's it for now. We'll see you guys next time. Anything to say, Randy?
No.
Well, then make something up.
I've already made up enough. Sorry.
Randy, you're a doctor, right?
Yeah, I'm a doctor.
As the doctor of Dota, what do you think the prescription is for both of these teams?
I don't know. I'm not a pharmacist.
God damn it! You know, we gotta get a pharmacist to Dota.
Yeah.